Happy Sunday. The leaves are definitely coming down up here in Northeast Pennsylvania. Hope you all had a really good week. This is just the Sunday roundup of what we put out in little video shares last week. So in case you didn't see them and any of these tickle your fancy, as they say, or it might be of interest, I'm just going to run through them as quickly as I can. So that would be starting with the 22nd, October 22nd. That's Sunday. I shared an article, the details of an article that a person had approached me with about sharing it on my blog, which is on my website, which I'm not there as nearly as much as I am here. And we'd interacted for a number of weeks because I was deciding whether I was going to do this or not. And it seemed, really helpful because he has a lot of insight to the needs of disabled people. So he had written an article about tips for disabled people to get an accessible home and to buy it. And there's various links in there to helpful other expert articles. And so it is posted there, and I go through the details a little bit just so you're aware of it, because having an accessible home for a disabled person can be wonderful, as opposed to having to deal with what's out there and not accessible, and makes life much more difficult. Okay, so then on the 23rd, there was an article, I'm sorry, not an article, a video share, and it stemmed off of a person who, I don't know what the person's going to do because they're afraid of or adverse to providing the SSA the 827. 827 is the medical authorization that the SSA needs to help get your records. So we go into a little of that and why I don't think someone should be afraid, and a few other cautionary things that people have to know about so they don't get themselves in a jam of providing misinformation to the SSA, be it by omission of records they have because they don't think it's helpful for them, or not. But anyway, that's a really important video, I think, for the people who are thinking they're not going to allow the SSA their reasons. I'm going to pause this for a quick second, guys. Hold on. I am back. That was a cat-related issue. For those of you that know me, we have too many animals here. It's not a hoarding thing, though. I have kids, and we had a little COVID fog brain, us parents, when they wanted something over being home for a year. Anyway, so it's crazy. All right, so that was the 827 issue. And then on October 24th, that was another one of those bad reasons, number 6, for not filing for Social Security disability when you could. And it applies to part-time workers that do this all the time. And sometimes we can fix it a little bit, but sometimes not fully, and it can cost them. So that one is specifically for people who are working part-time and not filing. Okay. The following day, October 25th, oh yeah, we just shared the SSA's announcement that they're putting like a mobile express app out there, and this kind of just describes what it is, what it is not. So it's not like heaven sent or anything like that, but it's a start to help people check into their local office and get in line mobily. Okay. Then the next day, October 26th, bad reason number 7 for not filing for Social Security disability when you could. And this has to do with people who procrastinate. The old "you snooze, you lose." It explains that. And while that "why do today what I can put off till tomorrow" is not always the smartest way to go. And I just lost my page. Hold on. Okay. And then on the 26th, I did that. That was the 26th. Okay. The snooze you lose. The bad reason for not filing. Friday the 27th. Oh yeah, this is the fraud law review. And that's the only thing we put out that day because it was just everything's been so busy. But it was about a Florida man, Melbourne, Florida, and how he defrauded an orphan child. So in that, I like to always ask people, what do you think should be his sentence since he's convicted? Or if the person hasn't been convicted and some other ones, what do you think the sentence should be for that? And I always just get curious whether people think it should be very light or, we're kind of in an era of, unfortunately, where crime kind of pays because the sentences are either a slap on the wrist, not at all, or super, super short. And it's not really boding well for getting people to be convinced that it's not a good idea. That seems to be the way it is out there. So that was Friday. Saturday. This was another contributor that contacted me, Erin Reynolds. And she had written an article that she wanted to, ask about me putting it on the blog. So we went over that for a couple weeks. And again, only because between the two of us being super busy, it really shouldn't take that long. But I did get it up, and then I just told you guys about it. And she provides tips for young disabled adults who want to start a business, which I think is awesome. And I just go down some of the basics that she does. She also provides great links. All the different things that you can gain as a disabled person who could start a business in their way, doing it your way, that is amenable to your disabilities and limitations. And I just thought it was great. So I wanted to showcase that for her a little bit. And I did put it on the blog, and then I did throw out a little video on that. So there's that. Yeah, and there you go. All righty. That was the 28th. That would be Saturday. All right. So happy Sunday again. We have great weather up here today. I'm not sure if it's going to be so great later today. But anyway, I hope to enjoy some of it. It's kind of warm for now. All right. Have a great Sunday, guys. Bye.